Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my garden. It is 6:30 in the morning, so I wanted to get out here early before work and get some things done. If you haven't been here before, my name is Felicia, and I have a chaotic but um, growing garden. We'll put it that way. Now, before I do anything else in the garden, I want to look at this tomato. It is the only tomato on this vine that turned red and ripened. Now we're going to go ahead and pick it. So I'll take that as a win. I did trim this plant. Um, as you can see, there's nothing at the bottom. Well, they're starting to grow back, and I might just let it. But I did trim it up because it seemed like it was just taking so long for the tomatoes to ripen. And I just wanted to make sure that I got something good out of it. So I did go ahead and trim that up. My cucumber plant is finally producing. Uh, I'm happy about that. So if you can see this cucumber right here, looks like uh it might come to maturity. There's another one down here. Can you see that? And there's a baby right here. We got some banana peppers growing over here. Some banana peppers. Yep. And then there's our eggplant. Not too bad. We have this bell pepper that's finally changing colors. So hopefully we'll be able to pick that soon. And we have a new bell pepper growing over here. What else we got out here? Okra plants, doing good, maturing. Um, they're still pretty young, so we're not going to get any fruit anytime soon. Maybe in the next couple of weeks. We'll check back there later. And then we have our loofah plant. I don't know, guys. I see something interesting going on. Can you see this little thing right here? That just might be some squash. I don't know. We'll see. So, loofah, right? The thing you scrub yourself with in the shower. You go to Walmart or your big box store, you pick up a loofah, you take it home, you wash with it, you throw it away, you pick up another one. Well, loofah is a plant. It is a squash. Um, they grow big on the vine. They grow a vine, which is why I got it on the trellis. You let the fruit dry out because I call it a fruit. Anything with seeds within the part that you can eat, I call a fruit. So tomatoes, cucumbers, loofahs, squash, peppers, um, all of those are fruits. They have seeds on the inside of them that you can take out and regrow. Um, Things that are vegetables, your broccoli. Actually, broccoli is the flower of the plant. And when the plant starts to bloom, that's the part that you eat, but you can also eat the leaves too. So then you have your greens and your cabbage, and those are vegetables. Those are the leafy parts that you eat. And the greens, if you let them stay long enough, you pick off of them and then you let them stay and they flower. And then once they flower, they produce seeds. And so then you can pick the seeds after they dry out and you can replant them, and that's how you get your greens. But um loofah is a fruit that you can let dry out, and when it dries out, you can collect the seeds so that you can replant And then you can use the loofah to wash your body, scrub your dishes, scrub your countertops, whatever you want to do with them. So yeah, loofah is a plant. Cool. All right, so we have looked around the garden. We saw a couple things. And now we are going to spray some more bug spray. And then we're going to, I don't know where I want to start. I do know where I want to start. So, my corn. We have the corn over here, and we have one, two, three. We still have six. So, what I want to do is plant a couple more corn seeds. And so, it's called succession planting, and it's when you plant seeds, you wait till it starts to mature some, and then in a couple weeks you plant more seeds. And so what happens is instead of it all growing at one time, you can't eat it all at one time. You can store it, but if you want to just be able to pick stuff and eat it and then have more grow, then use succession plant. And so with corn, I believe this type of corn only produces one cob. And so after that, after you pick that corn, then it's done, right? So now I don't have any more corn for this season unless I plant more. So that's what we're gonna do. So before I start with the corn, I just wanted to share this. So these are some pepper plants that I started, and I'm gonna plant these soon. I do have a couple more over there that are doing really well. And so I wanted to share what type of peppers these was. They're called chilaka. So a pepper chili chilaka. And of course they're purple. Let me move my hand. Yeah, it is so early in the morning. I can only find one glove and we just gonna roll with it. But these are the peppers that I keep talking about. Okay, so let's look at the back really quick. Can you see that? Okay, so now the corn. I got these from Seed Therapy, and they're called ambrosia corn, right? And so, um, the thing about corn is when corn grows, and this is just knowledge that I either Googled or watched other videos, and gain knowledge because that's how you learn, right? You do your research. You don't just come out here and I mean, you can come out here and just plant and see what happens. But if you want like super successful gardening, then you want to do your research on everything before you garden. Now, you can plant cucumbers, and as long as you water them, they're gonna grow. Tomatoes are a little harder to start to seed, and so is peppers. But if it's hot enough, they will seed, they will grow. And you might get like diseases. You got to know how to treat those diseases. You got to know what the diseases are before you even know how to treat them. So that's why you got to do your research. Gardening is about peace, but it's also about success because I just feel like I have more, I feel better when I eat something that I grew from seed. So the more knowledge you know, the better off you'll be because your fruit will actually mature and you'll be able to eat it. All right, so we're gonna just sow these seeds. What I was saying about the corn was um, the corn has tassels, you know, the little strings that get on everybody's nerves when you eating corn. Well, those are tassels that pollinates the corn. So each tassel, they need to be in a block or they need to be in a group so that when the wind blows, the the pollen will blow within that group. And I hope I'm saying this right will grow within that blow within that group and then pollinate all of the corn. They need each other. You can't plant one and think you're gonna get corn, you're not. And then you can't plant in a line. You can, but then you need to hand pollinate. So now you gotta take that or take some Q-tips or something and pollinate each plant so that you actually get corn. Um, but you know, sometimes hand pollinating can cause you to have corn that is inconsistent and don't have kernels throughout the whole ear, and that that's no fun. So we got some seeds here. We just gonna go in and we just gonna pull the weeds, plant the seeds. Like I said, I only got on one glove, which is annoying, but we just gonna be using this one hand to get this done. Upon doing my research, you have earworms that will get into your corn and destroy it. And so there's this one guy who was saying, he just comes out and he just kind of, I don't know if y'all can see me, but kind of just smush the corn just to make sure, or the plant, just to make sure ain't no earworms in there that's alive. I don't know how early I'm supposed to be doing it, but I've been doing it since the plant started growing because I don't want earworms. And I have okra right here. The earworms will attack the okra also. So I just have to be mindful that I'm like making sure I stay on top of that. So I have this plant right here. I'm just going to plant a seed right here. And I'm going to plant two right here because I just want to make sure I can actually get fruit right there this time. Or not fruit. I don't think corn is a fruit. I think corn is a vegetable. And then I am going to, I did two right there. All right, we got most of these weeds pulled. And so we just gonna put two right here and cover those up. And we'll stick with that for now. I dropped one, so I'm gonna just push it down and around right there and see if it comes up. All right, so the next thing I want to do, okay, we got to take care of these grapevines. So they are still being attacked by, I think they are aphids, black aphids. So I have some alcohol out here, and I think I have some Q-tips with them. That's crazy. All right, so wet our fingers down with some alcohol and come in here and just squish the bugs. Y'all see how long this thing got? All the way over here. It seems like it's little babies. And maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna pick off these little leaves. But I still want to make sure I'm squishing the bugs. And look at him. Get, because you the problem. Go on now. Once I spray that neem oil, he should go away for sure. I'm gonna let y'all see close up. You see the little bugs? Yeah, nasty little suckers. Surprisingly, the plant is still growing. It just seems like maybe the leaves aren't going to get as big as the other ones because of the aphids. But we want healthy fruit. We want a healthy plant. So we're just going to do what we got to do to get rid of them. So we're going to go over here and get some neem oil, which we are running out of. Are we just going to spray? Now make sure when you spray your neem oil, you're not spraying when it's sunny. You will burn your plant up. You don't want to do that. It's dripping neem oil, y'all. All right. So it looks like the leaves are dripping neem oil, which is what we want. So that's done. All right. So we planted the corn. We sprayed down our grapevine. Now I want to make sure the cucumbers are growing up the vine like they're supposed to. So like this cucumber over here decided they wanted to grow to the side instead of up. So I'll just pop the tassels and redistribute the plant so it go up. Um, all of these are going up. This one has attached to the okra plant on the other side, which typically is fine. Last year, my cucumbers attached to my okra plants, but this year I don't want that. I want you to go up. So, what else we need to do out here, y'all? It's 7:10, so we've been out here a good 40 minutes. We have this project that we can start. I guess the first thing we need to do is find a spot where we want to put the plants. And so, okay, my project, right? I have chicken manure, cow manure, and rabbit manure. And I just want to plant my pepper plants in each manure and see which one does the best. Each pepper plant will get the blood meal, the manure, and then each week we will spray it with seaweed. Um, but I want to see which one does the best. Now let me tell you something. This chicken manure stinks so bad. I came out here yesterday, the flies were all around it. It stinks so bad. All right, so I had these planters stacked over here. And I planted different stuff in it. The holy basil, kale, lettuce, the I think it's the blue butterfly pea or a blue pea butterfly or something like that plant where it grows like these blue flowers that you can put in your tea and it change the color of your tea. Like you put acid, the lemon juice in it, and it'll change the color from blue to purple or something like that. Super cool plant, super cool flower, but it is hard to grow it. I don't know. I've had success like starting the seeds, which usually is like the hardest part of the game. But I had success starting the seeds. It's just actually growing it out here that is has not been successful. But anyways, this planter situation did not do well, so I'm going to move it. Um, ain't no purpose of having nothing, just chilling, taking up space. And the bottom one is empty. And yesterday, I saw a lizard in the planter. Now, if you don't know me well, please know I do not do lizards. I do not do lizards at all. So, yeah, if for no other reason, the planter got to go because the lizard that found a new home. You're not there right now. I already checked this morning, but I planted a bunch of onions in the garden to keep lizards away. I think I read somewhere like they don't like garlic, they don't like onions, and I know like the marigolds and all this stuff supposed to repel them. So I don't know what he was doing over here, but we're gonna get rid of him. Make sure he don't come back. So yeah, so oh y'all, he's still there. Oh my god. Now that just ruined it, and my husband just went to work. My kids are asleep. So 7:36. It's about time to clock in anyway. I am going to do this later. I appreciate y'all coming out with me. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.